All right, hello. Thank you for joining us for the second Lunch and Learn webinar. The purpose of these webinars are to help ease the confusion about how to navigate HealthCare.gov and to make the application enrollment process easier. My name is Israel Estrada, and I'm joined today by Amy Coven. We are outreach and enrollment coordinators for the Oregon Health Insurance Marketplace. Our primary goal is to help Oregonians like you find an affordable health insurance option that works for you. In today's webinar, we'll be talking about how to reset your HealthCare.gov. We'll be talking about the HealthCare.gov application process. If we're ready, let's get started.
During our last webinar, we discussed how to reset your HealthCare.gov password. If you missed that webinar or any of our previous webinars, check out the webinar recording on our YouTube channel, and we have the link here on the screen.
To start an application, first point your browser to HealthCare.gov and log in. Remember that your username is your email address and that your password is case sensitive. Once you've logged in, you'll see an account dashboard, and this is what the dashboard will look like on the screen. We've redacted the account user's name and personal information from this presentation for security. You would click on the green button to start a new application.
The next step is to verify your identity and contact information. Fill in the fields, being mindful to follow the formatting requirements, and then click the big green continue button.
The next screen is for identity verification. The system will use information gathered from Experian to verify your identity. Experian is a credit reporting service. Select the best answer to each question. After you click continue, the system will compare your answers to information in your Experian credit file to verify that you are who you say you are.
The next screen will show whether the system was able to verify your information. In this case, there were no issues. However, if the system is unable to verify your information, this page will provide detailed instructions on how to resolve the issue and move forward. After you've been verified, you must accept the privacy use terms to move forward. Make sure to read all of the fine print so you understand how your information is being used.
On this page, you'll answer some general eligibility questions. These questions will determine whether you'll be asked to complete an application for a single person, a couple, or a family. The questions on the application will be tailored to your family situation. In this case, the applicant is single with no tax dependents, so the application will leave out any questions about a spouse and children.
The system will then ask some general questions to further tailor the application to you. This is intended to shorten the length of the application and will focus on relevant eligibility criteria.
This page will ask you to verify your contact information and ensure you've provided all relevant information. Most of this information will be completed when you get to this screen. Fill in any missing information and then click continue.
Next, you'll be asked for income and deduction information. When you click Add a new source of income, the system will provide options for the type of income that should be provided. Oh, if you can mute your phone for this, just for the purposes of the webinar, thank you. So the system will provide the options for the type of income that you should include. The same is true for deductions. When you add income and deductions, you'll also be asked what the frequency is so that you are paid or that you pay. The last question on the screen asks you to verify your estimated yearly income. Keep in mind that you are guesstimating for the current year or what will be on your taxes next year. If you just started a new job or got laid off, you may need to select no for this question and adjust as necessary.
The next few questions will help determine if you may be eligible for special programs within the Oregon Health Plan. For example, if your income is below the limit for the Oregon Health Plan, the system will send your information to the state of Oregon, where your application will be assessed for the Oregon Health Plan programs. Some of these programs will help more specifically with people who have a physical disability and with retroactively covering outstanding medical bills.
The system will also ask about any current coverage that you are enrolled in or that you are offered. Make sure you report coverage such as Medicare, Medicaid, or the Oregon Health Plan, employer coverage, and VA coverage. If you have access to other coverage, the application will have you elaborate on the type of coverage and additional questions to determine affordability. The application will also ask whether you've been found ineligible for the Oregon Health Plan or Medicaid in the last 90 days. If you have, the system will not send your application to the state for processing if you appear to be under income limits for this program. Some examples of this situation may be if you are a lawful permanent resident, but you have not had the status for 5 years, or if you're a member of the COFA community.
The application will ask if you would like the marketplace to have access to your information to auto-renew your coverage and assistance in future years. If you grant this access, the system will use information that's present in the system during open enrollment, as well as other verifying information to determine eligibility for financial assistance and coverage through the marketplace. If you do not grant this access, you will need to ensure you log in each year to reapply for assistance and re-enroll into a new plan for the next year. The application also must verify that you have reconciled any tax credits that you have received in previous years. Select yes if you have done this, or if you have not had the need to.
The last step is to verify that your application information is correct. You'll need to also agree to the terms and then electronically sign and submit the application for processing. Just as a side note, this screen is condensed. Typically under each header, you would see all of the information that you put into the application. If you see any errors, select Edit and the application will jump back to that section so that you can make modifications.
And after you submit your application, your eligibility determination will be ran through the system and appear on a results screen that looks like this. Here you can find your eligibility for tax credits, including how much you are found eligible for, if any, cost sharing reductions, and a notice if you must submit verifying documentation. You must open your eligibility notice in order to continue to enrollment. When you click View Eligibility Notice, a separate window will open with a PDF of your notice. Read this carefully to understand what you qualify for.
So this is what the notice will look like. It's a multi-page document that outlines your eligibility results, any next steps, verification documents that must be submitted, what steps you must take if you disagree with your eligibility results, and also pertinent contact information. It is essential to read through this document to ensure you do not miss any timelines to submit documentation. If you do, your plan could be canceled or you may lose financial assistance. We do recommend printing this notice for your records.
All right, today we highlighted how to complete an application on HealthCare.gov. Do you have any questions about anything that we discussed today?
If you have any questions, you can either type them into the chat or you're welcome to unmute your phone and ask as well.
We'll give you a moment to decide. If not, we'll continue on. All right, well, thank you for joining us today. Our next webinar topics are listed below. We invite you to join us, and please register at the link below, and make sure to register for each webinar individually. If you have any feedback, please send it to us at info.marketplace@Oregon.gov. And thank you once again for joining us.
Have a great day.